This is part 3 video tutorial ya simplifying the Surds. For this lesson, we're going to simplify the Surds by rationalizing the denominator. Let's say, for example, ranale 5 over root 3. Every time re ukare una le a fraction mo ile gore denominator ya gago is in the form of a Surd, ke mo ile gore re tlo involve rationalizing. Actually, always ga re nyake gore denominator ya rena e be le a Surd. So re tlo try gore re cancel this Surd. So ge re rationalize always re tšea that Surd ya denominator ra multiply the top and the bottom. So e rela gore re tlo ba le root 3 and then ra dira the same thing. And then from there re tlo tšea 5 ra multiply ka root 3. So e rela gore 5 times root 3 e re fa 5 root 3. And then ka mo fase ra re root 3 times root 3. Ge di root di multiplyana, those roots di cancelana and then wa shala that number. So e rela gore this one and this one di cancelana because they are multiplyana, and therefore ro shala ka 3 alone, because this problem is really in this way, root 3 squared, because ke root 3 times root 3. Therefore these two you cancel this Surd and then ra shala ka this number. So e rela gore ka mo fase ro shala ka 3, and then this is our final answer. Re ka pressa this problem ka calculator, what 5 divided by root 3 you offer this one, because calculator always ya rationalize. So this is our answer anyway. A re lebelle another example. Let's say re na le 12 over root 5. So re tlo dira the same thing. For the reason ya gore denominator ya rena is in the form of a Surd, so re tlo try gore cancel. Re tlo multiply the top and the bottom ka this Surd. So e rela gore re tlo ba le 12 root 5, and then ka mo fase root 5 times root 5. So e rela gore these roots di cancelana and then ra shala ka this number, ra shala ka 5, and then this is our answer. And then now let's say re na le 1 minus root 5 over root 2. And this problem still is involve rationalizing, because so ka kgona bona gore denominator ya rena is in the form of a Surd. Re tlo dira the same thing, re tlo multiply the top and the bottom ka this Surd, and then from there o ka kgona lemoga gore this problem e tsamaya e le 1. So re la gore ge re tlo multiply denominator re tlo re 1 times root 2, and then 1 times root 2 you re fa root 2, and then ra tšea this one minus root 5 right times ka root 2. So e rela gore re tlo ba le minus root 2 times root 5, and then ra ya ka fase. So ka mo fase re na le root 2 times root 2. So this root 2 times root 2 do cancel and then ra shala fela ka 2. And then now o ka lemoga gore this problem e tshwana le ge re ka engwala in this way, because this one and this one ke the root mo ile gore di multiplyana, e tshwana le ge re engwala in this way. This is root 2 minus 10, because e tshwana le ge ile 2 times 5. If you remember for the previous video mo ile gore ge the root di multiplyana separate, di tshwana le ge di multiplyana di le in the same root. So 2 times 5 ke 10, so that is why ke na le minus root 10, and then from there ka mo fase ke na le And so this is our final answer. And then let's say ranally 1 plus root 3 divided by root 5. So the procedures are the same thing. I will multiply the top and the bottom ka this side. And then from there re tlo multiply denominator. So re tlo ba le 1 times root 5, and then 1 times root 5 it will fa root 5, and then root 3 times root 5. So re na le plus root 3 times root 5, and then as denominator ro shala fela ka 5, and then from there re na le root 5 plus root 15, because roja this one I multiply ka this one, which is 3 times 5, and then 3 times 5 is 15. So that is why re na le root 15, and then ka mofase re shetse ka 5, and then this is our answer. And then now let's say re na le 8 over 3 minus root 2. Ge o ka lebelela this problem o ka kgona bona gore re na le 2 terms as a denominator, but the key thing gore term one is in the form of a surd, as you can see. So ge re na le this problem re tlo dira something a bit different, but it's only the same thing. Re tlo multiply the top and the bottom ka this term, but re tlo change a sign. If this is negative re la gore re tlo be positive, and then ge be le gore is positive e be re tlo be negative. So re la gore from there re tlo ba le 3 plus root 2 over 3 plus root 2. So the only thing re change a sign because re na le 2 terms, and then from there re tlo multiply denominator and then re multiply numerator. Re la gore re tlo ba le 8 times 3, and then 8 times 3 re fa 24, and then from there re ba le 8 times root 2, and then re ba le plus 8 root 2, and then as denominator re tlo re 3 times 3, and then 3 times 3 re fa 9, and then re dira the same thing, re ja this 3 re multiply ka this one, and then re ba le plus 3 root 2, and then from there re tlo ja this one re multiply ka this one, minus root 2 times 3 re la re tlo ba le minus 3 root 2, and then from there re ja this one re multiply ka this one, minus root 2 times root 2 re la gore di side di cancel, and then ro shala fela ka minus 2, and then lemoga something now. Ge o ka lebelela ka mofase o ka kgona bona gore this one and this one di cancel. So e re la gore as our final answer re tlo ba le 24 plus 8 root 2 divided by 9 minus 2 is 7, because 3 root 2 and 3 root 2 do cancel. So this is our final answer. And then what about 8 over root 2 plus 2? Still ka kgona bona gore re na le 2 terms, but term one is in the surd. So re tlo multiply the top and the bottom, but re tlo change a sign. Re la gore mo re tlo ba le minus. and then ra dira the same thing, ra multiplier denominator and then ra multiplier numerator. Re la gore mo re na le 8 times root 2 and then e re fa 8 root 2 and then ra ba le 8 times minus 2 e re fa minus 16 and then ka mo fase re na le root 2 times root 2 re la gore di sate di cancela and then ro shela fela ka 2 and then from there root 2 times minus 2 re la gore re go ba le minus 2 root 2 and then this one times this one re la gore re go ba le plus 2 root 2 and then from there 2 times minus 2 and then di re fa minus 4 and then ka kgone bona gore this one and this one di cancel, so re la gore our final answer ro ba le 8 root 2 minus 16 divide by and then 2 minus 4 di re fa minus 2, so this is our final answer. And then now let's say re na le 3 plus root 2 over, let's say 5 minus root 2. O ka lemoga gore ka mo fase re na le 2 terms and then one term ke a surd. Re tlo dia the same thing, re tlo multiply at the top and the bottom but re tlo change a sign. So re tlo re 3 times 5, so 3 times 5 e re fa 15 and then from there ra re 3 times root 2 e re fa 3 root 2 and then ra re root 2 times 5 and then root 2 times 5 e re fa 5 root 2 and then from there ra ba le root 2 times root 2 re la gore di sate di cancela and then ro shela fela ka 2 and then ka mo fase ro ba le 5 times 5 and then 5 times 5 e re fa 25 and then ra ba le 5 times root 2 re la gore 5 times root 2 e re fa plus 5 root 2 and then from there ra ba le minus root 2 times 5 e re fa minus 5 root 2 and then from there ra ba le minus root 2 times root 2 re la gore di sate di cancela and then ro shela fela ka minus 2. O ka lemoga gore re na le di sate tša go tshwana and remember gore ke rile ge re na le di sate tša go tshwana re lebelela fela di coefficients ka kgone bona gore this is root 2 and then even this one is root 2 re la gore ro focusa fela go di coefficients tša yona, so ro adda these coefficients and then ra ngwala fela sate 1, so 3 plus 2 I mean 3 plus 5 ke 8, so e re la gore ro ba le 8 root 2 ra ngwala sate 1 and then ka kgone bona gore re na le 15 plus 2 and then 15 plus 2 e re fa 17 and then as denominator o ka kgone bona gore this one and this one di cancel and then e re la gore now ro ba le 25 minus 2 and then 25 minus 2 e re fa 23, so this is our final answer. And then now let's say re na le root 3 and then minus root 2 divide by root 3 plus root 2. Still ka kgone bona gore denominator ya rena e na le sat, and then ra tseba gore always ga re nyake gore denominator e be le sat. And then another thing o ka kgona go bona gore re na le two terms, so e rela gore this sign it will change ya ba negative because ke positive, so re tlo multiply the top and the bottom. So re tlo ba le root 3 minus root 2 over root 3 minus root 2. And then from there re tlo multiply it brackets, re na le root 3 times root 3 because the root di a multiply yana e rela gore ro shala fela ka 3. And then from there re na le root 3 times minus root 2 e rela gore re na le minus root 2 times root 3. So this part nka no ngwala as minus root 6, so this is 2 times 3 which is 6. So e rela gore for this part nka no ngwala minus root 6. And then now re ya go this one because re tšere this one re multiply ka this one and this one, and then now ro tšea this one re multiply ka this one, so ka kgona bona gore re sana le the same thing, ro ba le minus root 6 because you were 2 times 3 because ke di started to multiply. And then from there ro ba le this one times this one, so minus root 2 times root 2 because ke di started to tshwana to multiply yana re la gore ro shala fela ka a number, and then e rela gore yo ba positive because this is negative and this is negative, so e rela gore ro ba le positive 2. And then now re ya ka fase, so ka mo fase ro ba le root 3 times root 3, so root 3 times root 3 yo re fa 3 because ke di sate tša go tshwana tša go multiply yana. And then ra ba le this one times this one e rela gore re go ba le minus root 6 because e tshwana le ka mo godimo, because re tseba gore ge re na le root 2 times root 3 e tshwana le ge re na le 2 times 3, so that is why e ba root 6. And then from there e rela gore ro tšea this one right times ka this one, root 2 times root 3 yo re fa positive but yo ba root 6. And then ra ba le root 2 times minus root 2 because ke di sate tša go tshwana tša go multiply yana e rela gore for this one ro ba le minus 2. And then from there re lebelela numerator gore re ka simplify bjang where possible, so mo re na le 3 plus 2, so 3 plus 2 e re fa 5. And then as for this one ke minus root 6 minus root 6, so because di sate di a tshwana e rela gore ro lebelela fela coefficient, remember mo e tshwana le ge re na le 1, and then even here e tshwana le ge re na le 1, so e rela gore re minus 1 minus 1, and then minus 1 minus 1 e re fa minus 2, and then ra ngwala sate 1 ya root 6. And then ka mo fase o ka kgona bona gore this one and this one di a cancel, and then ka mo fase again re na le 3 minus 2, and then 3 minus 2 ke 1, so e rela gore final answer ya rena is 5 minus 2 root 6 because any number divided by 1 is just that number, so this is our final answer.